The user has provided the same news article again. I need to generate a new script based on the same information, ensuring a different emotional hook, varied language, and unique structure as per the instructions. I cannot repeat previous emotional tones or closing statements. The core information is Steve Kerr limiting Al Horford to 20 minutes per game. This leaves 28 minutes at center to fill, plus Horford resting on some nights. Young centers Quinton Post, Tracy Jackson-Davis haven't seized opportunities. Post shot 41.9% in preseason. TJD seen as third option. Draymond Green, 35, will play small ball center, but also needs minutes management. Poor preseason. Hope was Horford could play 25 minutes, averaged 27.7 with Celtics last season. This decision makes it painfully obvious Warriors need another proven starting center, allowing Horford to be a sixth man. Linked to Bam Adebayo, Miami Heat, and Walker Kessler, Utah Jazz. Center position will cause headaches for Kerr. New emotional hook, frustration, urgency, perhaps a sense of disbelief that such a clear problem isn't already solved. New language, avoid phrases from the previous script. Use different synonyms and sentence structures. New conclusion, unique reflection and call to action. Is the Golden State Warriors front office deliberately ignoring a gaping hole in their roster, or are they simply hoping a miracle will materialize? Imagine the sheer frustration of knowing your championship window is narrow, your star players are aging, and your head coach has just publicly declared that your most experienced big man can only play 20 minutes a night. That's not a minor inconvenience. That's a flashing red light on the dashboard, a championship contender, screaming for immediate attention. Sometimes, the most obvious problems are the hardest to fix, and for the Warriors, their center situation is becoming an undeniable, season-defining crisis. Warriors Nation, we need to talk about the elephant in the room that threatens to derail Golden State's title hopes before they even get off the ground. Steve Kerr's recent announcement regarding Al Horford's minutes isn't just a strategic rotation decision. It's a stark admission of a critical roster flaw that demands an urgent, decisive trade. This isn't about minor tweaks. It's about a fundamental structural issue that could leave this team vulnerable against the Western Conference's elite. Let's dissect the undeniable facts that paint a clear picture of this impending problem. Coach Kerr's plan to cap Al Horford at roughly 20 minutes per game, coupled with the inevitable rest days and back-to-back absences, leaves a staggering 28 minutes at the crucial 5 spot completely unaccounted for each night. That's nearly half the game where the Warriors will be scrambling for answers, and their current internal options simply aren't cutting it. Quinton Post, despite showing some offensive flashes in the preseason, converted a dismal 41.9% of the shots and continues to raise significant red flags on the defensive end and on the boards. He's not a starting caliber center for a team with championship aspirations, and relying on him for extended minutes is a gamble the Warriors can ill afford. Then there's Tracy Jackson-Davis, who, while displaying moment of potential, is clearly viewed by Kerr as nothing more than a third-string option. Expecting a third-stringer to consistently contribute meaningful minutes in a win-now environment is a recipe for inconsistency and defensive lapses. And let's not forget Draymond Green. At 35 years old, his preseason performance was far from inspiring, and while he'll undoubtedly play crucial small ball center minutes, he too needs his workload managed. Pushing him to carry the primary big man burden for significant stretches is unsustainable and could lead to further wear and tear on an already aging core. The bitter irony here is that when the Warriors signed Horford to a 2-year, $12 million deal, there was a glimmer of hope that his minutes could be stretched to around 25 per game, given a consistent workload with the Boston Celtics. But Kerr's firm stance on limiting his minutes underscores the reality. Horford is a high-impact veteran, but he's not a full-time solution at center. He's a luxury, a strategic piece, not the everyday anchor this team desperately needs. This decision, more than any other, screams that the Warriors must acquire another center. Not just any center, but a proven starter who can reliably command 25 to 30 minutes a night, allowing Horford to slide into a more impactful, energy-boosting six-man role. This isn't about preference. It's about necessity. The Western Conference is a gauntlet, teeming with dominant big men who will feast on Golden State's undersized and inexperienced frontcourt. Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert. These are the players who will expose any weakness in the paint, leading to rebounding disadvantages, easy interior scores, and defensive breakdowns that will cost the Warriors precious wins. The good news, if there is any, is that potential solutions exist. The Warriors have been linked to Miami Heat star Bam Adebayo, a two-way force who would instantly solve many of their problems. While a trade for Adebayo would require a king's ransom, it illustrates the caliber of player they should be targeting. Another intriguing option is Walker Kessler of the Utah Jazz, a legitimate rim protector and rebounder who could provide much-needed size and defensive presence, especially with his rookie extension talks reportedly stalled. The urgency cannot be overstated. The championship window for Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green is finite. Every single season, every single game, every single minute counts. Entering the season with a 28-minute void at the center position is not just a gamble. It's a dereliction of duty for a front office committed to winning. Mike Dunleavy and the Warriors brass possess the assets, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and future draft capital to make a significant move. The question is no longer if they need to make a trade, but when they will finally acknowledge the glaring problem and act decisively. This isn't about panic. It's about recognizing an undeniable truth. The Warriors have a championship-caliber core, but they are critically flawed in one crucial area. Until that flaw is addressed, the headaches for Steve Kerr will persist, and the path to another title will remain agonizingly out of reach. What do you think, Warriors Nation? Is the need for a proven starting center so obvious that the front office must make a trade, or are we overreacting to preseason concerns? Sound off in the comments below and hit that like button if you believe the Warriors need to stop hoping for a miracle and start making a move. The fate of their season might just depend on it.